Hello and welcome to part 2 of making my magazine journal for my nephew. Last night, after I finished recording, I went off and I baked, not baked, but I did loads more sheets and I put them in the oven to dry. It is quicker to do it that way, a heck of a lot quicker, but you do get nice effects when you put them in the oven. You've just got to be careful not to leave them in too long, and depending on how well done you want them, depends on how long you leave them in. If you only want a light coating like this, that's just a no. Actually, I've got a little bit of. It's not that one. This one, like that one. That's a very light coating where it's not. Go on. What? Added much colour to it and burnt it a little bit. If you only want it to look like that, it's about 5 minutes in the oven. And what I do, I put mine on full, the highest the oven will go. But you must make sure you keep an eye on it, because I don't think my ovens are high temperature. So I think if you've got a newer oven that cooks in no time, and it might excuse me, sorry about that, it might vary. Whereas this one's a little bit more well done, and I think I had that in for about 10 minutes. So, to be honest, I forgot about it. Something you shouldn't do, really. But I did. I was busy sorting the other ones out, and I forgot. But they do look nice, I must admit. I do like how they come out like that, and that's how it was on the other side. And I had some others. You know, it depends. I'm just not going to use these ones for this magazine journal because I don't think he'd like that look. So I'm just going to use these ones that I've done here, and I did a lot more because I know that's the sort of ones he liked. The ones that I've got there are ones that basically was in the oven too long and I can't use. But I will use them on another journal. I'm doing my daughter a Christmas journal, as you've probably heard me say on other videos. So they'll not go to waste. Anyway, I've just realised I'm out to move this up a bit, that's it. Could do with a smaller bowl because that's a little bit too big. It's just too big for what? Just a minute, I'm just going to go and get a smaller bowl. Well, that was a performance. I found a jar. And it was perfect. It had got a lid on. It's what my husband had beef dripping in, what we use for if we're doing baked potatoes or something. Not baked potatoes, sorry. Roast potatoes in the oven, or any sort of roast. And I saw the jar, and it was a perfect size to put glue in. Add a bit of water when I'm doing this sort of thing, and make it like a watery glue. Perfect size, because I could put lid on after and it doesn't dry out. And this was it. And I poured all glue in. Quite happy with myself. And glue's going all over the worktop in the kitchen. Couldn't quite work out why. And I'm picking it up. Glue's going all over. I'm thinking I'm spilling it, visually impaired and all. And I'm just thinking I'm doing it wrong. And unknown to me, right there, you see that there? there's a lovely hole in the jar. So, won't be using that. Gone in the bin. And also, at the time, I didn't realise I'd got a hole in it. I'd got nowhere to put it because it got this hole in and I've got all this glue in, and I'm trying to save this glue because I don't like wasting anything, as I'd wasted enough. I don't like waste. And my irritable bowels kicked off today, big style, and I had to go to the toilet. So I'm sat on the toilet holding my finger over the hole on the toilet. Joy. Absolute joy. Oh dear me. So if I all of a sudden pause the video and go away, it's because I've had to go to the toilet, and I do apologise. That's enough talk about the toilet now. So, yes. Anybody that suffers with irritable bowel will know what I mean. Right. Back to where we go. And by the way, I just use a normal PVA glue. I get this, I don't think will have it in America, if it's from America or whatever. But I get it from Wilkinson's, and it's just a normal, cheap, washable PVA glue. It's nothing special. Just any sort of PVA glue will do. It's just in case you're wanting to know, that's all. And all I do, because I'm doing this, I'm doing, like, it doesn't have to be thick, and I water my glue down, because otherwise it does make it a bit difficult spreading it on the page. I mean, if you're needing it to stick things other than what we're doing, like if you're wanting it to stick something heavy duty, then don't water it down. There. Oh, I like that side. That's better. I like that side. More to that side. So I'm going to go for this. All I did was I put it in the oven, dried the colour I had on before, and then as I took it out, I put a few droplets of red food colouring, red colour, and I just put it back in the oven for a few minutes, and there you are. And what I'm going to do now is I've got some crepe paper, coloured crepe paper. I've got red and green crepe paper, and I'm just going to put some crepe paper on because I think it'll look nice. Down here, because I think crepe paper is nice. Also with crepe paper, if you don't actually want to leave it down, you can just do that, and you get a nice green effect on your paper. But you can only do it for so long, because before your crepe paper decides it's not going to have it anymore, and then it breaks up, like that was just done there. But I want that worn effect with it anyway. So I'm just going to pop that there. I mean, I know I say you don't like stuff messed up, but I know what sort of stuff he likes, because he does artwork, and he sold some. My nephew, who I'm doing this journal for, he sold some. He did like a head type model thing. I don't know what you call it. It were called something. It were from something he'd done it. I don't know if it were a film or whatever. but he's pretty good at what he does, and he didn't sell it for much, and I was quite. I was saying to him, you should have sold it for more. You know, you would have got a lot more for that. Just squishing this into the, because that's a good thing with crepe paper, you can. Nice to be adventurous. But I know I said he didn't like stuff messed up, but this sort of messed up is okay. I know what I mean. Messed up. He doesn't like thick drawings all over and where stuff's glued here, there, and everywhere. He doesn't. It's too messy. It's just too messy for him. I know if I did something like that for him, he'd use it and it'd be nice. You see, he doesn't. The poor lad. He doesn't like saying no to anybody. People ask to borrow money, he'll say, "Yeah, okay." When he hasn't got it himself, he'll just let them borrow it, and bless him. He's just too kind-hearted sometimes, you know. This is the pot now I've got for me glue. It's a little plastic tub. It's just nice. Just hasn't got a lid. Shall I put some red on? I don't want to make it too flipping. Just don't want to make it look too much. See, doesn't like anything too busy. Bit of red and green. Not too full, not too much. This brush is alive. I'll put a bit there. Red and green is not a colour I would choose to put together, but it's his colours, he likes them, and it's up to him. I just don't think red and green look. They do, but they're just a bit too much for me. And he can use that page for his pictures, or if he wants to draw, because he likes his pictures. I'm going to just put this last piece in. I'll put it outside, I think. I know the sort of stuff he likes, you see. I like that bit of green in there. I'm going to leave that as it is now, because sometimes you can always do a little bit too much. I'm going to dry that with the hairdryer. I like how a bit of the crepe paper is seeping out onto the paper. I do like that. That looks quite good. It's very abstract. Right, where's my hairdryer? Because I can't leave this, because if I turn another page with it, it's going to stick, so I've got to dry it. Because if I don't dry it, it's just going to make a mess. Just in case any bits of glue have gone around the edges. I'm quite happy with that. You can put, well, I'm gonna print some photos out anyway, and I'm gonna put some, I think I'm gonna use this as like a little photos page. I'm gonna put photos on it. I know he'll like that, like a memories type thing. I'm going to try and get a thing saying memories out of a magazine, and I'll stick that on. Or even a thing saying good times. You get them out of magazines. You see it where it's written in a magazine, and I'll cut that out and put it on. Dry now. Lovely. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm not going to use washi tape down here. I've got some what's it called? Duct tape. And that's silver. It's a silver duct tape, so I'm going to use that down here, I think. I'm going to cut it in half because it is quite thick. It's about that thick. So if I put it down, it'd be like, I don't want it that thick on the page. So I'm going to cut that in half and stick it down the page. Right, what else? I think I'll put 2 pages. The summer I got some really nice effects on the staining with the paper. Some beautiful stains. I'm quite happy with them. Oh, I'll find them now though. Just pick the paper up, Lisa. Just pick it up. It usually helps. Just pick the paper up. That one. I've done quite a few like this, and I can't tell if you see the colours okay on this, but I like the colours. I really do like the colours, and I did the same. I sprayed it a couple of times on two different colours, green and red. Put it in the oven to dry, took it back out, and then sprayed red on it again. This is them blotches you can see. They're like I sprayed droplets of red with my bottle that leaks. And I know it leaks, but that's the effect it gave. So I do like it leaking in a way. I know it sounds daft, but it does look nice even though it leaks. And I think what I'm going to do, I know I will be due another guide dog magazine because it's getting to spring and you get one in spring. So when it starts, because Easter, yeah, spring, it's gonna get to spring, and so they'll send another one out. But sometimes they can be a bit late sending it. Sometimes when it's gone to summer, you get it in. When it's summer, you get your spring one in summer, if you know what I mean. So, not to say I will get it early, but I don't think I'm going to be seeing him for a while anyway, so no biggie. Because he's a busy lad. Right. I'll just put that on there. Oh, I really like that. I really do like that colour. And I think, you see, he likes anything like this. This is not classed as a mess to him. He quite likes that sort of mess. He doesn't call that a mess. I know it sounds strange, but he doesn't. He doesn't think of things like that as a mess. It's not a mess. It's artistic. Sorry, I'm bloody rubbing it with my hands and I've got this. What am I doing? I don't think I've got any in the middle here because it seems to be... Oh, it's alright, it's doing it now. Do be careful when you're doing it. I'm a bit rough, me. And if in case any of you are wondering what my eyesight is, what my problem is, I've got a disease in my eye. I've got 3 diseases. No, sorry, not 3 diseases. I've got 3 problems with my eyes. I've got congenital nystagmus, and the problem is things that are moving look like they're stood still, and things that are stood still look like they're moving. Just a moment, I'm just going to answer my phone.